Today is a day that I have been working towards and waiting for over 17 years. We have a package that came in the mail today. We're going to open this up. We have a project to do, and we're going to be doing some incredibly fun stuff today in our Fanny Ford. Stick around. I'm Mike, and this is My Car Shop. This package arrived in the mail today from Ishpeming, Michigan, and that's significant. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But I can't wait to open this, so you're going to have to wait for the story. I ordered this on eBay about a week ago, and it just came today. I was impatiently drumming my fingers waiting for it. What we have here is an authentic 1947 Michigan license plate. This is the plate we're registering with that car so that it is legal and on the road. This license plate is authentic. We can register it as an historic plate, and it's registered for life in the state of Michigan for as long as I own that car. This plate will be with it, and we will never have to pay for registration again as long as we only use it for car events and car shows and stuff like that. I have several of the cars licensed that way. The GTS is licensed that way. The Oakland is licensed that way. This one will also be licensed that way. This plate is a little bent up. It wasn't much. The shipping was half as much as the plate. I paid $20 for the license plate, and I think $10 in shipping. I think I even see the actual guy's name on here that I got it from. I'm not going to say his name. The business name is on here. I'll have to see if that's actually, that could be from something else, but it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to get this straightened out, and we're going to do a patina treatment on this plate, and then we're going to get it bolted on the car, get the paperwork filled out, and then we're going to go for a drive. I had the option of buying, the same place had one that was like brand new, and it was like $50. And I thought, I kind of like the idea of having a patina plate that's got, about 5 little pinholes of rust up here in this corner. It's got the rust. And as I looked at it, I was also trying to find something that the letters made sense on. So let me give you the background as I'm working on getting this kind of straightened out. LP, I was hoping for UP, because in Michigan, LP stands for Lower Peninsula, UP stands for Upper Peninsula. This car and the Oakland both came from the Upper Peninsula. I couldn't find anything like that, but that's okay. But what's interesting to me is this came from an antique shop in Ishpeming, Michigan. Ishpeming is the town right next to the town I was born and raised in, a town called Negaunee, Michigan. It's 3 miles down the road. First Street Antiques, 307 Cleveland Avenue, Upper Ishpeming, Michigan, 49849-1814. So if you're ever in Ishpeming, Michigan, and you get into First Street Antiques, just tell them that Mike from My Car Shop sent you. They really won't know who the hell you're talking about, but it's still good to spread the word, isn't it? So I always love using that line. Thanks, Duddy. I appreciate it. So anyway, we're going to get this straightened up. I was hoping for some numbers that made sense, like I graduated from high school in 1984. 83, close enough. 27, I don't know. So the numbers really don't mean anything, but the fact that it came from Michigan, from Ishpeming, I had no idea that's where I was ordering it from until after it was ordered. So that's kind of cool. Ishpeming is about 100 miles from Calumet, Michigan, where this and the Oakland both came from. So, it's all part of the UP there, eh? Up in the Upper Peninsula, the Michigan stuff, or my hometown and stuff where I'm born from and stuff. So my Yooper accent is terrible because I haven't lived there in a long time. But Becky does laugh at me whenever we go up there. I fall into it immediately. I guess you can take the Yooper out of the Yoop, but you can't take the Yoop out of the Yooper. So I'm just using the typical mixture of linseed oil and mineral spirits and just going over this license plate just to give it a little pop. Nothing fancy. I guess I should show you what this looked like before I started. I can get you a close-up. I've already hit it a little bit up in here, but I'm just going to go over this with the linseed oil just to give it a little sheen, and also will help protect it from rusting. But I really like the patina and the contrast it's going to have on that amazing shiny car, especially since this plate is more yellow and it doesn't look the best with the red, in my opinion. But still, it's definitely going to stand out. on the car. So anyway, let's get this treated down, and then we'll get it on the car. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I already did a little test spot, so I'm just gonna pour some on here and kind of scrub it around a little bit. And the main idea is to just get it to pop. I could work, lots of magic with it and some steel wool and give more patina and all that stuff. Nope, not doing it. Just interested in protecting it. Not that this thing's going to see that much weather, but still, pour a bunch up in there. Make sure we got it down in all of our cracks and grooves. There we go. I like that better now. Wasn't getting it on there heavy enough. And this isn't a one-time fixes-all kind of thing. You have to do this, a couple times a year probably, but I don't mind. It darkens the rust up, which I like. You've seen this a million times on other YouTube channels, I'm sure, so this is nothing new. Just want to get a good, nice coat on there, which I like. Then I'm going to take a dry one. Just go over it to take off the loose puddles that I may have missed. Looks pretty good. It's going to have an oily sheen to it. Dirt's probably going to stick to it. We'll clean it a few times, but I like it. I like it a lot. And there's what it looks like up close and personal. A couple spots I missed. I want to make sure I get it down in there. It will dry. It will dry with a sheen. It won't be quite this shiny. This is actually what I'm going to do to the Oakland as well. I think that looks pretty good. Just makes it pop a little bit, and I like that look. So I got to find some screws for the back of the car, and we'll get this bolted on there. There we go. I like it. I like it a lot. And I really like the patina look of that plate on that car. That looks cool. Beck's bringing out a couple of little black zip ties because I want to be safe and zip tie that to the license plate frame just to be safe so it doesn't fall off somewhere. And yeah, I think I got to go fill out some paperwork, put a check in the mail. I'll be right back. Well, it's as legal can be. It's licensed, insured, registered. A couple little safety items I want to take care of here. I want to check some tie rods, make sure that it has cotter pins and that kind of stuff in. So we're going to pull it in, take care of that. And I think then we're going to go for a little drive. So don't go away. We'll be right back. And Becky and I will be going for a putt. So I know there was one tie rod here that was missing a cotter pin for sure. The other ones are all in, and then back on the where the wishbone comes back into the frame, I know the cotter pins are missing there, and I want to check those nuts and make sure those are tight. Those are the biggest safety items that I'm aware of. Just things that I actually made notes on. I crawled around under this car probably a week ago and just looked at all the safety items that I could see, and those are things that I noticed, and I remembered that, like, I think when I was putting it together, I ran out of cotter pins, and that was a long time ago. But anyway, we'll look it all over one more time just to be sure everything's good, get some cotter pins in those, and we'll go from there. Success. Went and got some gas. It's running great. The timing was off, and I advanced the timing a bunch, and it's running tons better. It's actually got some power now. I mean, as much power as you can have out of a Chevy motor, but haha. So yeah, put a little fuel in it, and it's looking good, running good. I did an oil change on it because the oil hadn't been changed in years and years. It was, the oil pressure was a little low, and I was a bit concerned. It's fine now, so everything looks great. Good job done. We put, I don't know, 15 miles on it, maybe something like that. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one. We definitely have more work that we'll be doing to this car. There's a ton of details that need to be worked out, worked up, worked in. All kinds of little piddly stuff here and there. We got all kinds of interior work to do. But the fact is, after 17 plus years of owning this car, starting with a basket case with the roof caved in, kind of reminiscent of Stitches, huh? This car is legal, and we've put, between the other night and then today, the other night wasn't technically totally legal, but we were okay. But, you know, this one is the first official maiden voyage with, it's officially official. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, and we will catch you on the next one. Rock!